Happy Saturday. We're live at Oliver's house in Hondo, Texas. I'm Tracy with Tracy's Paws, and we got a lot to go over tonight. But I'm going to turn this around so I can at least let you guys look at some cute puppies instead of me while we're seeing who's jumping on. So hold on. So I got to show you the littles that came in. This was the mama dog that I posted about that needed a short-term foster. Well, they're here, so I'm the short-term foster. We named them after fiesta names, Amigo, Señorita, and I love this one. This is Chimmy. Look at Chimmy's little face, and look at that little tail going. Hi, Chimmy. And then we have Nacho and Loco down here. And their mama is in the other room because she's quite honestly had enough of this. They're big enough where they're eating on their own, and we don't need to keep them together. Hi, Lorraine and Miss Peaches and Kara. Oh, look at that. So cute. So they're supposed to go in foster tomorrow because this is not a good way to keep puppies long term. For a few days it's okay, but you know, 2 to a smaller crate, and then down here 2 to a smaller crate. We want to make sure that they have plenty of room to run and play. But I will say this, I had to get, the fleas that were on these puppies were unbelievable, crawling everywhere. So anyway, and don't mind this, I have a couple stitches here. I had to have something biopsied, but everything's fine, I'm sure. But I've got a little Band-Aid on it. Stitches will come out Wednesday, and everything's fine. So anyway, hold on, somebody's fighting, hold on. Hey, Pixel and Java, who's doing that? No fighting, no fighting. Okay, so these are some Westlaco babies, and then I want to show you Jules babies. These are the ones, look at them. Oh my. How precious are they? There's 5 of them, and they now have full bellies, and the worms are coming to an end. So, you know, it's just nice to see them happy and eating good. They're just beautiful. Just beautiful. Again, these are Jules babies. And I know Rhonda took some pictures of them yesterday, and she'll have those posted soon. Okay, so let me just do a little of this housekeeping. So if any of you watched that news clip, that Eric Stauffer guy, did you hear him? Numbers don't lie. Well, let me tell you something, Eric Stauffer from Best Friends. You are correct, numbers don't lie. How about pulling the 46,000 dogs and cats that you left on the streets in El Paso over 3 year? How about those numbers? So just so you know, guys, I've been doing open records requests all over the country in cities that have been heavily affected by these no-kill cuckoos, is the way I'm going to call them. And I'm seeing a common theme, and it's pretty scary because Houston right now is the #1 city in the whole country for bite cases, followed by LA and then Dallas. And if you look at the programs that they have put in place in some of these cities, just like that advocate said on that news clip, we could be no-kill overnight. All you do is just shut the doors and don't take in animals. Well, that's what they do. And I've got a really good solution for Eric Stauffer from Best Friends. If you want to help the people and the animals in Little Rock so bad, just like you wanted to help Westlaco so bad, that you were marching up and down the streets with your stupid t-shirts that said, "We can stop the killing," with your dumb website. Why don't you go take your money and go open up a no-kill shelter down there and help those people? But no, they want to use their tax dollars to fuel their fake programs that don't work, that do nothing but breed animals in the community. Just for a minute, guys, think about this. Think of 46,000 animals, year or 3 year over 3 year. That's how many less animals that they took in when they came in and put their little programs in place. Do the math on the breeding, right? It's a staggering number of animals that we are now faced with in all of these cities, like Houston. Houston is drowning, like drowning. And it's so bad that it's a public safety issue at this point. So when I say that mass euthanasia is coming, that's why. And it's not going to be because the shelter likes to euthanize animals. Nobody does. But what are you going to do when, like, let's talk about Houston. Number one in bite cases, public safety is an issue in these cities where they're leaving them in the streets. And let's have a little compassion here. Look at these dogs, okay? How do you leave animals, puppies, in the community to fend for themselves? How do you do that? These puppies were infested with fleas and ticks. Now, if the shelter wasn't picking up healthy animals, what would happen to those puppies? They would have died a miserable, miserable death. And that's what happens to the thousands and thousands and thousands of animals that are being left on the streets. So not only are they suffering, but they're ridden with diseases. They're biting people because they're packing up. So you tell me, what is the humane alternative? Is it humane euthanasia, or is it leave them in the streets? I can't come up with a humane alternative right now. I cannot. But I know best friends and their tactics, their bullying tactics. Here's what they'll do. Because if you're an animal lover like I am, you're going to start noticing in some of these cities that they're going to be euthanizing. And I'll be crying, right? I'm sure you will too. I don't like anything to do with euthanizing animals. What they will do is they'll start hammering the city and saying, look, they're euthanizing. They're euthanizing because of you. You caused a public safety issue with your programs in some of these cities, to the point where now these animals have no place to go. They're biting people, spreading diseases. We can't even find homes for big dogs right now. So what are they supposed to do when they're getting calls from the public that the dogs are chasing kids down the road? Guys, no. So I'm going to leave it at that. Just know that after talking with some of the animal advocates in some of these cities around the country, they've all said the same thing. They want these people out. And they know what's going to happen in the shelters. We are going to start seeing humane euthanasia. And I know one thing one of the advocates said. She said, I never want to hear the word live release numbers again. And I'm with her, because that's what they're serving, are numbers and not animals. If love was driving this mission, we wouldn't be here today, guys. I have dealt with these type of people before, and it feels so eerily similar to me. The total and complete disregard for the animals. It's all about personal gain and greed. It feels like a carbon copy of when I was with the last group, and I will have no part of it, zero. And I will keep getting louder and louder and louder and louder until every one of their donors know what they've been doing to us down here. And if anybody on here thinks that I am full of it, or I have an agenda, or this is not true, you have an open invitation to come to Texas. I will tour you around where they're at down in some of these areas, and we will go neighborhood to neighborhood, talking to the locals, to the rescuers that are trying to clean up their mess with their own funds, and many of these people don't have money. So if you even think that what I'm saying is somewhat not true or whatever, you have an open invitation to come down here and I will tour you around. I promise, when you see what I see on a daily basis and here, you'd be right behind me cheering me on. So, okay, I'm gonna get off of my soapbox and I'm gonna show you some of the dogs. Here's our next transport, guys, before I get all upset about what's going on right now. It is June 15th, and we're going to be in Grand Rapids. And I think I already have people helping me with this trip, which will be nice. And I also want to say thank you for all of you guys that commented about our sweet Clifford. That one was horrible. That was a very hard loss. They all are. Rescue is, it's very difficult these days, and it seems the more I know about what's going on, the less I sleep, the more I am just determined to bring awareness to it, because I know this much, and then I'm gonna, and I know I say that a lot, but people who give from their heart, and they're givers, people like me and like many of you, we have another side to us that's equally as extreme. So just think about if you were a donor of Best Friends Animal Society and you really thought you were helping animals and knew no idea what was going on down here. These people, when they're donors, because that's my goal, is to make sure every one of their donors knows exactly what they are doing. When they find out, these people are going to have to move to Timbuktu to get away from their donors, because people who give and give and give, like I'm sure many people do to that organization, I don't think they'd be real happy to find out what their money was going for. Just like a puppy mill that sells their puppies to a beautiful pet store. And you walk in the pet store and it's clean and it's, wonderful. That's not where the abuse begins. So don't look at that shiny penny or that sanctuary and say, yeah, but they've got this beautiful sanctuary. That's not where the abuse begins. So I have seen this with my own eyes. I've heard it with my own ears, and I'll be damned if they're going to shut me up or bully me. So just know that's not happening. Please come down here if you want to see for yourself what these people are doing to the animals and to the people, especially in the poor areas. I would be happy to show you. Okay, here we go, guys, because you can tell I'm getting all riled up. And let's see, I know, oh look, we have our Shea, who will play in her crate all day long if you let her, but she likes to go out and play with her Mia. Look at Mia. Hi, Mia. Oh, she's out like a light because it's very hot here. And there's the beautiful Jewel, who definitely is still on the weight gain path with us, because Jewel is very, very thin. Look at that mouth. Isn't she precious? Hi, Jewel. Jewel's the little girl I got from the La Jolla shelter, and I just couldn't leave her behind. No, I could not. Oh, hi, Sandy. Sandy adopted Buckeye, and she's saying he's barking at the pups. Yeah, he's probably saying, yeah, I'm glad I'm not there and I'm in a home. That's what it's all about. Aw. Right, Shea? Are you glad to be in the air condition? She kind of looks like a, I don't know, like an Aussie maybe husky. Oh, and look at this, guys. She has a heart on her. See, kind of a heart on her coloring. Beautiful. And then I want to mention, there was a little tri-colored dog that I posted about. Unfortunately, I have no room to take her. She is still in a shelter, but they've assured me that she's safe, and they're working on networking with some of their partners too, because I am so full here that I can't take anymore. And guys, I know my limits, and unfortunately, if I had a football field here, I could fill it up. And as we talked about before, fixing this problem, there's a lot to it, but there's two components that can't be missing, and one is spay, neuter, and education, because instead of saying no kill, we need to say no birth. We have got to go to the root of the problem. I can't tell you how many dogs that came in here that we spayed that were in early parts of early terms of pregnancy. They don't spay and neuter down there. Nobody does. So you know what? Instead of giving the animals back to the same people that put them there, we have to help these people, and we have to educate and give them low-cost spay-neuter options and try to help these people. I'm convinced more than ever that if we're all wanting better animal advocates and all of that, well, we got to create them. They just don't, they're just not, visible, and all of a sudden, boom, they learn. No, learning is a process. It takes time, and it's more than just a conversation with somebody. So, and we're working on all of that too. My goal is to help the people in the Rio Grande Valley. I truly love them. I love the Hispanic culture. I love the food, the men, everything about it down there. And I believe with all my heart that once we get our educational programs implemented down there, that we are going to have the most passionate and powerful group of animal advocates the world's ever seen. So that's what we're working on. So just know that help for the valley is coming. So, okay, so this is the mama, and her name is Salsa. This is the mama to those 5 babies, and none of her babies are black and white. They're all brown and white. Oh, and look, Susan Thomas is on here, who adopted Flapjack and Lottie. How about that? Our long-term stays. Now that's pretty cool. Thank you for adopting our babies. We sure miss them around here. Okay, and there's our sweet, sweet little Salsa. She's got a Chewy. You got a Chewy there? And she's enjoying it. And I'll say this too. When I bathed her, the whole bottom part of the tub was a burnt red. She was loaded with fleas, like really, really bad. And I promise you, those puppies, I don't think would have lasted much longer with the number of bugs that they had on them. It was awful, just awful. So once again, guys, any programs that are implemented in our city shelters, they need to show love and compassion for all the animals, all of them, the ones in the community, the ones that are on the street, and the ones that are inside the shelter. You can't just go in and try to fix a problem inside the shelter and then raise the stray population outside to a crisis level to where you're dealing with public safety issues. You can't do that. We need to push those people aside and put some animal lovers in place like myself. I could help fix this problem, and I promise you it would not have anything to do with a selfish motive. I love animals with all my heart, and I'm not going to sit back and be quiet when I see them being exploited, used, hurt, killed. No, That's not happening on my watch. Nope. So now I do have to show you a couple sad cases. So this is Blanca. She came in and we have not bathed her yet because she's absolutely petrified. So she doesn't have any more bugs on her, but I'm giving them a good like 72 hours to decompress because I have to pick her up very, very slowly, along with this one who's like hiding. This is Lita. That's what we named her, as Lita. She's hiding and she won't, like when I try to pick her up, all of them actually, their whole bodies just stiffen up and they are so scared. So somebody was not nice to them and they're matted and filled with stickers. I've been working on like cutting the stickers off of them. But I know somebody wasn't nice to him. And then they came in with this little girl named Mitzi, and she's, I think she was someone's dog, you know? She's very nervous though here, and when I try to pick her up, she does the same thing. She gets the real wide-eyed and stiffens up like that. They're coming around, I think maybe another day or so, and I should be able to put them in the bathtub and get them all scrubbed up. Poor things, poor things, poor babies. And then the 3 dogs that were in the picture, everyone said, hey, where are those? They are here. This is Aspen, look at her. She's very, very cute. She's from the La Jolla shelter. And then we have Esme, look at Esme. She says, thank you for the treats, guys. You guys have no idea how much these dogs love these chewies. That's Esme, and then this is Rango. Look at him. He's like, that's my chewy. They're having a great time. It's fiesta here in Texas, so everybody's out and enjoying the activities, except me. I don't like crowds. I don't like crowds at all, like festivals and stuff. So I'd rather be here with the dogs. This is my happy place. Okay, so that is Esme and Rango and Salsa. And then we have a couple, we have 4 over here from the Weslaco shelter. That's Gabby and Joni. Did you get a chewy, Joni? Joni got a chewy too. And hey, Norton, do you have a chewy? Where's your chewy, Norton? And that one is Lacey. Okay, and then this one, oh, he loves his chewy. That is Ziggy. Hi, Ziggy. Oh, hi there. And this is Nougat. Hi, Nougat. He's got the cutest little face. And then we have Adele and Opie. Hi, Opie. And Opie has like an old scar around his neck. I don't know, somebody did something to Opie. And we're gonna go in these rooms. Hold on. Let's see. We've got some more scared ones. This is Glinda. Where's Myrtle? Oh, no, that's not Myrtle. This one, that's Tiara. Hey, stop barking at me. What you doing? Come on now. Come on. Savannah and Drew. There's Myrtle and Gracie. So a lot of these are very, very, very scared. They came in from the La Jolla shelter, and we're giving them some time to decompress. They were not as scared as these other 3, so everybody in there's already been bathed and all of that. The ones in here, it'll take them another day or 2, I think, to really feel comfortable with me petting and touching and all of that. Let's see, guys. Oh, and there's Gandalf, the handsome Gandalf. Look at him. He just has had a life of neglect. Hey! It's like a canine chorus. I know, maybe we put some music on. Alexa, put some soothing music on. Maybe that'll help. Say, hey, how come nobody's adopted Major? And then look at our Bertha. Oh, she's something else, that one. Look. She's supposed to go into training soon. Oh, yeah. Look at these two are literally like they're the best buddies, and they're like partners in crime, these two. Right? And then little Izzy had her first heartworm injection, so we're keeping a good eye on her. She came to us with heartworm and Chagas disease, and both of those affect the heart, guys. So, and then we have two really cute little puppies. Oh, and by the way, one of these puppies, I said they were both boys. One of them doesn't have a wiener. So it's Echo and Nix, right? Look at that. What are you doing? And that's really all I have for tonight, guys. We will post a little bit more about the upcoming transport, which again is going to be June 15th in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and I'm pretty sure I already have like people driving with me with that. And as you know, I take my vacation days from work, and all my vacation days are used for my love for animals and transporting, and our group does a really wonderful job finding them homes. So if you know anybody that's looking for a new friend, a four-legged friend, and they're in the Grand Rapids, Michigan area, please go ahead and send them our website. Share the dogs, because again, that's what we live for, is finding them good homes. And on that note, I'm going to go. So I will see you guys soon next week. The Milton is almost, it's making a lot of progress. I plan on taking some pictures and posting for next, just to let you guys see the progress. But the ribbon cutting is June 1st. So hopefully you can come. Everybody is invited. We're going to have food, a band, and the real Milton will be here. So bye. See you later.